Saturday night, Mike Tyson defends his heavyweight boxing title against former champ Evander Holyfield. It's a match that'll be seen on Showtime pay-per-view. No one has been predicting that the fight will go the full 12 rounds, but we can say that Tyson went the distance with Roseanne. On Thursday, a special Inside Edition. Two of the nation's biggest names in a way you've never seen them, with access like you've never seen. Roseanne goes one-on-one with Iron Mike.
Okay, we're going to Mike Tyson's house. It's really awesome. In the desert here, look at what we got. Look at this door. Look at that door. Crystal handles. It looks like they're angels, sort of. Kind of angels. Maybe that's for protection or something. Let's go see. Look at that rug. That is so beautiful. Oh, and a fountain right in your entry. And look at all those lions. There's two lions up there, too. Look at this. It's so incredible. Tell us who this is.
All right. This is,
I was wrong. I said Napoleon. I was wrong.
Yes. This is a gentleman by the name Jean-Francois Dessalines. He was a Haitian revolutionary when they were fighting against France, practically around 1802, around that period of time, when they regained their independence. Yeah, around 1802. And this is Alexander the Great. This is Hannibal. And this is Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, the Mongolian chief.
Yeah. So, are they guarding your pool?
No, I just enjoy the history of it.
But also, like when you put like the symbol of something, you're kind of calling its energy to be there too.
I would say so. Yeah. All these men were fierce warriors, fierce and merciless. And I like that. I made this right here. This is like a little, what do you call it, a moat. Like you see, in England they had the little moats.
I wanted a moat in front of my house too. You have a lot of symbols of protection around you. Moats and stuff. You got to put alligators in there though.
I need to be protected. It's a cruel world out here. So I hang out here all day and just watch the tiger run around.
You don't have any like mental kind of thing that, can you look at her a certain way to scare her?
Every now and then she charged me, and she stopped, or sometimes I see she's ready to charge, I'll charge her right away. Just the reverse, I charge her and she'll run. And it's got to be a mind game because physically I don't stand a chance. When they're too big, she's still a baby, she's 220 pounds. She got another 110 pounds to go.
Then what are you going to do?
Just keep her and breed her. I want to have children with her.
I heard you talking about that, about being in the ring too. You know, we just watch you do what you do in the ring, but well, we sort of think, we bring our own mythology to it because like for me it was like, well, Mike, he had a really tough childhood, like the toughest stuff happened to him, and then he was given like this one door to go through to save himself, and he went through that, and that's, you know, but he brings all that passion, all that pain, all that anger about going through that door with him into the ring. But then you said, this blew my mind, that you go, well, I can't have any feelings of rage or positive. I can't feel anything in there because I'm pretty much pure technology.
Yeah, true.
That's amazing. I can't stand that. I can't understand
It's so ironic because, you know, a lot of people say the person that works off passion, that fights with passion, that works with passion is the best person they do with their feelings and emotion. One day you may not feel that feeling, and sometimes you're working with your passion and you're involved emotionally with something, and then you may see something or something may happen, and that emotion is changed automatically because it's responding to that feeling. And then you no longer can perform at the pinnacle of your feat. And that's how come I always think it's to be unemotional when you handle a situation, because you can't be disturbed by anything because there's no emotion involved. You can't feel sorrow, you can't feel pity, it's nothing you feel. So the job has to be done.
Roseanne, this is a new gig for you. How come you decided to be a reporter?
Well, basically because I thought it would be great to see somebody talk to somebody else and afford them, you know, their dignity rather than try to take it away. So that's why I thought I'd be about the best reporter there is, because I have dignity and I would afford it to somebody else, which I did with Mike, and his comes through, rather than the usual way I get interviewed, which is like ambush, take away, bad, bad, bad.
Well,
I wanted to try it the other way.
This is good, 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 and we look forward to
Thank
more
you
of
very
it
much.
on Thursday,
Thank you,
a real special Inside Edition. Thank you, Roseanne.
Coming up on Inside Edition.
Is home to Roseanne for a revealing exchange between two people accustomed to the glare of publicity. Today we devote our program to one of the more candid interviews you're ever likely to see.
What's up? Hey, looking good.
Two of the heaviest hitters in the country, Mike Tyson and Roseanne, came together for an incredible rendezvous, and Inside Edition was there. As Iron Mike trained in Las Vegas, we got a first-hand peek at the toughest man in the world. And our tour guide was none other than Roseanne, the undisputed champ of prime time.
They're going to be shocked and amazed when they see you.
I believe that's true.
Listen, it's
When they
video.
see me boxing with Mike,
Oh, it's going to be
shocked.
great.
While Roseanne has had many roles in her career, this is her first shot as interviewer. And Mike Tyson was thrilled to be her first subject, allowing her a glimpse into his very private life. First stop on the tour, Mike's Las Vegas house. The Tyson mansion sprawls over 11,000 square feet and cost over $5 million.
Look at that rug. That is so beautiful.
The champ bought the home shortly after his release from prison in 1995. Evidence of his jailhouse conversion to Islam is everywhere.
I just wanted to have something there that represented what I really believed in.
And Roseanne met the resident house cat,
I look cool, though, don't I?
a rare white Bengal tiger named Kenya.
1 minute they look you, they may take a chunk at you, then 20 minutes later they may come and lick you. So you got to be, you have to be very cautious with them.
Roseanne's snooping around in our kitchen. It's a very utilitarian kind of kitchen with no frills, kind of like in a restaurant. Do you think we could look in his fridge?
Yeah.
Let's go see what he's really eating, because he's kind of in training a little.
We don't eat meat, only.
Oh, Coke and Diet Coke and water. That's great. Oh, it's just pretty cool. Pretty cool. Coffee Mate Light. Is it diet dressings or no? They're all fat. That's good. And a fireplace thing. That's neat. Grilling chicken or steaks. I can. Fat fryers. Just like at McDonald's. Look it. We can make his own French fries.
But Roseanne didn't come to Las Vegas just to look around. She came to do what she does best, talk. She brought out a side of the heavyweight champ we rarely see, and she opened up to Mike as well.
You know, when I was being a waitress, I'd be like, they go like, how much is it? I bring the tray of drinks, and I'm like, okay, it's $7 for a drink, another $3 for me to take it out of the tray and give it to you. You know, that I pocket that money, and that's how I got really good tips, and they're like, you're funny, you're funny.
At the heart of this meeting was something both the comedian and the pugilist hold dearest, their pride in their kids.
How many kids do you have?
2.
Mike's newest child is his 8-month-old daughter, Raina. Raina's mother is Monica Turner, a recent graduate of Georgetown Medical School. Mom and the baby live in Maryland.
I love her. It's just awesome.
She looks like so much like you, too.
She's awesome.
Especially in the middle picture, she looks like you.
She's awesome. Awesome to awesome.
She's standing up,
Holding on.
and she says a word.
Baby. She says baby and stop.
She's beautiful. So cute.
Our family, you know, it's so ironic because my children will be the first generation of probably Tysons that weren't never on welfare or anything. And I always look at that as, and that's just, to me, other people may say, well, what you expect? Guy like you make so much money and you did this, they're not supposed to. But to me, that's a big thing.
My son is 18, and he's the first person in my entire family ever who graduated from high school. You know you will go through living hell when she's a teenager over all that, and she brings that guy home that you don't like, and you know she will do that.
I'm just hoping that I don't have to kill him.
Yeah.
I always think, I said, well, I hope not to kill him. Like, me and her mother, we joke and laugh. I said, well, we just hope that we don't have to kill this guy.
You got about 15 years, so you'll be 45. You'll be around my age when all this stuff. I hope you still be in shape that you could, like, scare the guy.
I was thinking about that, too. I hope just going to have some young, knowing her, she's going to bring some young 6'4" monks. There'll be a guy 15 years old,
Yeah.
280, 6'4".
She's going to bring your worst nitmare right into your face.
Yeah,
'cause
guy just like me.
Your worst nightmare.
Hi, Mr. Tyson, sir. Hi. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm a great fan of yours, sir.
When we come back, you may be surprised to see what Mike considers the most precious item in his home. And he talks with Roseanne about the heartache and lessons learned from his earlier relationships.
Somebody screw over your heart, that you give your heart to somebody, and they take your heart and they put it on the ground and stomp it, and stomp it, and stomp it, and you just walk off.
When Mike Tyson hits the ring this Saturday, in addition to the fans watching in Las Vegas, there will be thousands watching on pay-per-view. Given his history of abbreviated matches, Cablevision is offering viewers the chance to pay for the fight on a per-round basis. Tyson's last bout ended after 109 seconds. It is estimated that Tyson will take home $30 million from this bout, which will keep him in the style to which he's become accustomed. Right now, Mike Tyson is training to retain his title this Saturday night as the WBC heavyweight world champion. But it wasn't that long ago that he was doing his fighting on the streets of Brooklyn. His trainer, Jay Bright, remembers with Roseanne.
He was a street kid. He had layers of callousness and street. I came from a neighborhood where it was kill or be killed.
Tyson was in and out of trouble with the law for all kinds of offenses like armed robbery. But with the help of legendary manager Cus D'Amato, Mike Tyson was soon winning title after title.
And down he goes.
What they call you in court, Mike Tyson, make Mike Tyson happy money.
Yes, make him happy, honey.
Today, the champ is used to shopping for baubles at ritzy shops like Gianni Versace at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, with pals like Roseanne and his flamboyant fight promoter Don King, while fans clamor at the door for a glimpse.
Roseanne, Roseanne, with every wave rippling out to sea, you know what I mean? It comes in and plants a kiss on the shore. Roseanne, Roseanne.
Right now.
Beautiful, beautiful, voluptuous, sensuous. Yes, curvaceous.
Hi, Monica.
And
Love you,
yes,
Monica.
beautiful. Yes, it's great. Oh, God, what a team.
When Mike left, the fans barely let him move. They're so hungry for an autograph or to pose for a picture. But to Roseanne, Iron Mike seems much more comfortable when he's playing with his action dolls in his bedroom.
No, this is the X-Men. This is what I'm into. Now, this is what I love to do.
This is so awesome. I'm going to tell you something. I have 150 dolls in my office that I play with.
I collect pillows and the X-Men. See, the X-Men are mutants.
Oh.
And they're born with strange abilities.
Yeah.
Like this guy's born, you know what I mean, deformed, strange, but he has great powers. He can run through brick walls. His name is Strong Guy.
Look at his poor little head on that body. Well, how are they going to clash, or do they just look at each other?
They just look at each other.
Oh, they don't go like this.
No, every now and then, yikes! Every now and then I may take this guy and just run through like that.
But on the same bedroom shelf where Tyson keeps his holy books of the Koran is the fighter's prized possession, his classic photo of Babe Ruth posing with black spectators in the 1920s.
Isn't that an awesome picture? See those black people?
Yes.
In the 20s, they weren't allowed to go to white games. So that means that he went to a black game and played with black ball players or something. Because back in the 20s and 30s, they weren't allowed to even coexist at the same time where white people were at. So
you mean even in the stands?
No, they couldn't come to the stands in the 20s. And he came over there and somebody must have said, hey, babe, come over and take a picture. And he came over there and took a picture with the guy. But you know what, for a white guy to go next to these guys and take a picture, you know how much guts that took? Back in front of them, get that close to take a picture with them?
Well, he had the guts. We knew that.
A little footnote on baseball history. Most ballparks in the 20s did admit black fans, but the stands were strictly segregated. Today, Tyson is known as much for his rocky private life as he is for being a top prize fighter. Virtually every aspect of his world has constantly been under a microscope. Back in 1988, Tyson made headlines when he married actress Robin Givens. Just 8 months later, the tumultuous relationship ended in divorce.
It hurts. But then here we are, and I'm talking to you, you know, and we get to talk about stuff that nobody's ever ever allowed to talk about.
Now, 7 years after his marriage fell apart, Tyson tells Roseanne that it's been tough for the strong man to handle heartbreak. And Roseanne can commiserate. Just 2 years ago, she was divorced and married her then bodyguard, Ben Thomas.
When somebody screw over your heart, that you give your heart to somebody,
Betrayal,
and they take your heart and they put it on the ground, and they stomp it, and stomp it, and stomp it, and you just walk off. And as if you never existed.
Right.
And they use you to catapult, in a life to which they've never been accomplished with. And you did that to help them. You know, you helped them, you wanted to help them. You have to show appreciation for the love that you thought they were giving to you.
Well, here's what I did, though. I think you did it, too. Go ask yourself, why did I call that person into my life like that? Why did I call that to me? What was I supposed to learn? What am I going to never repeat? And then, like, you kind of just watch. They're gone, and it's like...
Don't they make it hard for the next person in your life? Really?
You would think that. For me, you would think that. But what I had going was the worst and the best at the same time, because I had my bodyguard, you know, that I'm married to and have a baby with. That was my bodyguard. So when the worst was going on, I had the best, and I did have somebody to go, please get over here in 2 minutes and get me out, you know, and he did. So I had the best and the worst at the same time.
When we come back, both Roseanne and Mike talk about some of the most trying times in their lives. For Roseanne, it was the 8 weeks she spent in bed before the birth of her youngest son. And Tyson talks about his toughest time, the time spent in prison after his rape conviction.
I expect the worst to happen to me in life. I expect people to dump on me in life. I'm not going to allow it to happen. I'm going to fight all the way to the end. But if it happens, it's what I expect to happen.
While on the surface it might seem surprising that Mike Tyson and Roseanne would find so much common ground, the fact is there are great similarities in their background. Both grew up poor, both fought hard for their success, and both have found they've had to pay a price for it.
She's funny, she's exciting, she's intoxicating, she's beautiful.
But about 1 year ago, Roseanne was going through one of the most turbulent times of her life. She was coming off a divorce, planning to marry her then bodyguard, Ben Thomas, and at the same time, she was pregnant with what she says was a test tube baby. Her dilemma:
the worst stuff was coming out lawyer-wise when I was pregnant, but I was in bed on my back for 8 weeks because I might lose that baby, you know.
How could she fight for her divorce settlement and still stay calm enough to keep her baby?
In my head, it was like, I have to stay calm to keep my baby. Now, am I going to choose the negative thing, fight, 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 like I've always fought, or am I going to, like, choose to be calm to bring this baby that I want so much into the world? And I don't know how I did it. I do know how I did it. I did it with God. God did it through me. I was able to stay calm and let it all fall away.
And if anyone's familiar with turmoil, it is certainly Tyson. He served 3 years in prison on a rape conviction. But as he tells Roseanne, while behind bars, he underwent a transformation.
Once I grabbed Islam and I became spiritual, my whole life started changing. People would judge people by their action, but only God can judge us by our heart, because he knows what's in our heart.
Right, that is right.
I just don't understand why we do stupid crap.
In March 1995, Tyson was released from prison, and the Tyson camp still maintains his innocence.
Never in a million years does the evidence prove that Mike Tyson did anything wrong to this young lady. And the whole case was entrapment, and it got completely taken out of the young lady and Mike's hands.
He got wrong, I feel wrongly convicted, in my opinion, of something that he didn't do. But regardless of what, he paid a penalty for it.
But Mike Tyson remained stoic.
Do you really think that I give a damn about somebody putting me in jail about something I believe in? I expect the worst to happen to me in life. I expect people to dump on me in life. I'm not going to allow it to happen. I'm going to fight all the way to the end. But if it happens, it's what I expect to happen. And when it does happen, I just deal with my situation. I mean, I'm not no church boy, and I'm not no saint, and I'm not no evil villain either.
But they did tell you, all you have to do is say you're sorry and we'll let you out, and you wouldn't do it.
Well, by doing that, I would continue to be locked up. I would continue emotionally locked up, spiritually to be locked up. Like, you know, I was in prison, but I was more free in prison than most of the people who were outside. You know what I mean? I knew who I was, and I knew who I was dealing with and what I was dealing with.
When we come back, we're in the gym as Tyson gets ready for the fight that will net him millions. Finally today, it's been 5 years since Mike Tyson went to prison. 5 years since a Tyson fight has gone more than 5 rounds. In fact, his last 4 fights have averaged 4.5 minutes. That may be a reflection of the intensity of Tyson's workouts, or perhaps that strength is a reflection of the personal changes he's gone through.
Fight time! 10 days in a wake-up!
The big fight against Evander Holyfield is coming up, and Mike Tyson is into some serious training. Not even Roseanne can break his concentration.
You want some fries or anything? We went to
No, thank you.
Mike's on a training regimen that begins at 4 in the morning and can run until 8 o'clock at night. Even this close to the fight, Chief Trainer Jay Bright still puts Tyson through the paces, perfecting every punch.
Bam, bam, right here, right over top of you, right there, right?
This is like a Ali Frazier. This is like a Ali Foreman. This will be one of Mike's toughest tests.
But there was a time for Tyson when the chance to challenge the ghosts of Ali and Foreman seemed far away. This is only Tyson's 4th fight since March of last year, when he ended 3 years in prison.
Now Mike opens up, and the right hand finally dumps him.
He won all 3 previous fights, but the champ is still leery of the pitfalls of fame.
We're from the gutter. And from the gutter, the only thing you know is the fighting survive, so that's the easy part. The hard part is just staying up top and let's party on and have a good time. That's the hard, that's the hard part. But once we fall down and we have our backs against the wall, no one fights as hard as us.
And Tyson comes right out, right into Bruce Seldon.
You know, Hemingway once said that men are not meant to be defeated, just destroyed. And I believe that. I believe that.
And with Tyson's newfound religion, the fighter seems to have found peace within himself.
It had me for 10 years. Nothing can discourage me. I refuse to be beaten. I refuse to lose in life.
I'm Deborah Norville. We'll see you then.
Let the floor go, baby!
Okay, now let's
Hey, baby!